Hey guys, welcome to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In today's video, I'm going to give you some new player tips and tricks that I've learned along the way while playing the game. So the first biggest tip I can give you is learn how to change your lead Pokemon. And by pressing X, you open up the menu and you can press Y on any of your Pokemon here to put them at the front of your squad. Let's say you're going up against the Bug Gym, right? The Bug Gym. You're going to need a Fire Pokemon, for example, to beat the Bug Gym. So we're going to put our Fire Pokemon right at the beginning of our party over here so that that immediately changes it so that we can throw out the Pokemon that we want immediately. So get used to using this system because it's going to be super helpful to change how you swap Pokemon really quickly. Now in that same menu, you also have the option to do auto heal. You can see here, there is a minus button that is shown at the bottom of the screen here. Now, if any of your Pokemon are damaged or low in HP, you can press that minus button to fully heal them to maximum, and this will use your potions from lowest to highest. So first it will use all of your 20 HP restore potions, these ones, then like super potions, hyper potions, and then like lemonades, waters, and stuff like that as well. So make sure you stock yourself full of a lot of potions so that you can use this feature as much as you want, but also do keep in mind that you can always go to a Pokemon Center to the red booth and go heal your Pokemon all to full. Another thing in that same menu is that you're going to use this menu to change your Pokemon moves. If you want to change your moves or you want to adjust the moves, let's say I want to adjust the moves for Weavile. I go here, I click check summary, and then I click the right arrow to the moves, and you can press A to change the moves, and you can remember moves that the Pokemon has learned while it's been leveling up. So these are all the moves that it's learned during its life cycle that you can, add back to it if in case you wanted one of these other moves instead of the ones that you currently have. You're also able to use the TMs to learn new moves, so these will use the TMs that you have in your inventory. These are all the ones that will work for Weavile in particular, so it's great to kind of go through and be like, cool, I know every single one of these moves will work, and you can kind of just look at the power, the accuracy, and what kind of move you want to use for that Pokemon. Early on in the game, there is an amazing way, in fact, throughout the entire game, up until even where I am right now, I've got level 70, 60 Pokemon. This method has been super helpful to keep my Pokemon leveled up as well as get new Pokemon. And this is using the Poke Portal and using the new Tera Raid battle feature. This one right over here, now it does require an online connection, so make sure you do have a Nintendo online subscription so that you can play online. Otherwise, you have to find those crystal Tera Raids out in the real world. When you look for a Tera Raid battle online, you will find 8 of them from different games. Obviously, Violet has the purple pins, Scarlet has the orange pins, and you can also see the stars. So 1 star is generally the weakest, and then there's 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, 6 stars, 7 stars. 6 and 7 stars are really event-based Pokemon that are going to be really hard, and 5 stars only unlocks after you finish the main game. Now, all of these basically give you better rewards, and with higher stars, the Pokemon gets harder as well as having a higher level. So if you're trying to get high level Pokemon early on, try to do these Tera Raids where you have higher stars from other players and you can catch a really good Pokemon early on and maybe have it have 10 levels higher than what the rest of your team is. I generally do the random one here because at the end of a Tera Raid battle, you also get XP candies that you can use to level up your Pokemon. Like these over here, you can see I have XP candy extra small right now as I've already used all the mediums, large, and small ones, and you basically use these to keep leveling up your Pokemon, sometimes for ridiculously, insanely high amounts. Say you're looking for a shiny Pokemon in the world, there is a tip that you should know, because if you don't know you don't know what a Pokemon shiny looks like, there is something you can do to kind of tell you whether it's shiny or not. Like this is a Sinistea over here, right? You can hold the left trigger to aim at it to see its name, and then if you press the R key, so it's right above the right trigger, you can send out the first Pokemon in your party to attack it. Now, if it's shiny, your Pokemon will refuse to attack it, which will tell you that that is a shiny Pokemon. So sometimes if you don't know if something's shiny, you can just send out your Pokemon to battle it and see okay, cool, if it fights it, it's not shiny. If it doesn't fight it, it's a shiny Pokemon. Let's talk about character customization. So if you press the left arrow on your controller, on the left D-pad, you'll see here you can change your character's uniforms. Unfortunately, you're stuck with the 4 uniforms as far as I know for the entire game. Hopefully in DLC we can get rid of these, but you can change socks, shoes, gloves, bag, hats, glasses, and your Rotom phone cases. And if you want to change what your character looks like their actual face, you can press the plus button, and you can go to the menu where you change your eyes, your mouth, your nose, your eyebrows, everything like you did when you first made your character. If that's not the customization you're looking for and you want to customize your profile, you can do this by opening up the Pokedex by pressing the minus button on your controller, and then you press X to open up this little mini map thing, or this little menu section over here, and then go to profile at the bottom, And you'll see here, I have a profile picture of my character there. You'll also see information of your playtime and Pokemon you've caught and shiny Pokemon you've battled. But you can press the plus button over here to change your profile picture, which is the background picture. And you can take a new one by using the camera like this. And you can be like, okay, cool. I want this to be my new picture or something like that. And also you can change your trainer icon. This is what kind of depicts you in the multiplayer sense of the world. Like normally you see a little icon of somebody's face. You can see at the top left of my screen right now, my current photo is actually of Armor Rouge instead of my character. So you can actually take a photo of something, you just get it in the circle, and this will replace it and make it your trainer icon for when people see you online. The next thing you should know are yellow text NPCs. Yellow text means there is story or something to be done. Like this over here, if I do this, this is a dude who wants to battle me. Now, he currently has the yellow outline, which means I haven't battled him before. If I have battled him, or if it's an NPC that doesn't really have anything story related or anything to gain from, they will just have white like this. It will look like this kind of text box. So keep an eye out for the yellow outline because that means you have something to engage with over there. Yellow generally means story or side quest or something related to something for you to do. Okay, so let's talk about pickups and drops that you find around the world. Now, there's 2 pickups and drops that you find around the world that you can only loot once. The first major one, the one that you're always going to look for, are these greenish yellow Pokeballs over here that are usually TMs that come with abilities to teach your Pokemon's new moves. If you see the red Pokeballs like this, these can be different types of items like, revives, potions, Pokeballs, anything. They also do not respawn when you pick them up. Sometimes you can get something really lucky like a rare candy, which is really nice. I found 9 so far, which is great. The last and final thing that you can pick up around the world are these little shiny golden specks on the ground. There are some places in the world that you find some really cool stuff. Like this place where I am right now, I'll show you, but this is the golden little speck in the ground here. Now when you pick these up, you'll see it can sometimes be Pokemon parts, it can be things like star pieces, bones, things that you can sell for money, which will make you rich when you go to a Pokemart and you sell them. Pokemarts are the blue things at the Poke Center. Now some notable places that I should recommend is the Asado Desert, which is over here where you can see where I am right now. When you go to this desert and you loot the stuff, you can find a lot of star pieces and things here to make money really quickly and really easy throughout the entire game. Even right now, I make a lot of my money here. If you're moving more into late game stuff, the Casseroya Lake area will give you a lot of feathers to help you EV train your Pokemon. Alright, so the next one is a surprise attack mechanic where you can sneak up to Pokemon by pressing B and going into a crouch mode, and you can use the left trigger to aim at a Pokemon, and when you're ready, you gotta like aim at their back and you press the right trigger to throw, and you can catch them by surprise. And if you catch them by surprise, they will not make any moves. It will also say that the Pokemon's caught off guard, so this means you can immediately attack. The Pokemon's not going to attack you back. So sometimes you can use this opportunity to throw like a quick ball. It's generally a very good opportunity to throw a quick ball. So go straight into a quick ball, see if we can catch this Kirlia. And we caught it immediately, first go. So that's a nice mechanic you can use. Otherwise, if you're fighting really strong Pokemon, you can use this so that you can basically move twice at the beginning of the turn because it will not take its first move. It will allow you to attack first, and they'll be like, it was caught by surprise, can't move, and then you can attack again. So it's a nice little head start against harder Pokemon. Now, throughout the game, you will unlock different travel modes for your legendary Pokemon, Koraidon for Scarlet and Miraidon for Violet, right? So the first one you unlock, and these are basically unlocked from doing the Titans. So the Path of Legends with Arvin, when you do the Titans, each time you do a Titan, you will unlock a new travel mode for your legendary Pokemon. The first one is a dash. Well, depending on what order you do the Titans in, there's a dash, there's a long jump, like when you hold jump and you hold B, you can fly into the air like this. There's a swimming one where you can swim in the water, and then there's a flying mode where you're in the air and you press B, you can fly. Well, not really fly, you just glide downwards. And the final one lets you climb up the side of a cliff. So like this over here, that's how you can climb up the side of a cliff just using those travel modes. This makes it really easy to traverse the world. There are also some places in the world where you can't reach without some of these travel modes. Now, since this game takes place in a school, an academy, you actually do have classes. And if you go to the school at the Mesagosa, you can't miss it. Trust me, it's the giant school that the game forces you to, like in the middle. You can't not know where this school is, guys. But anyway, inside the school here, if you run up to the first lady over here, you're able to take classes. There are 7 different classes you can take: biology, math, history, languages, battle studies, art, and home economics. Now, you can do classes, and once you've done 3 classes, you get to take a midterm exam. And if you pass that exam, you get some rewards. And then you basically go into the second part of the game, and obviously as you progress in the game, like gym badges and everything, you'll unlock more classes, and then you'll do like your next classes. As you can see here, I'm moving on towards my finals, and then you write a final exam and you can get rewards for this. This also leads to opening up side quests, and when you use this different thing over here, you can build relationships with your teachers, and they'll often like, you know, give you some extra stuff. And you can see here by using this different machine that I just accessed, or board, I don't know what to call it. If you look at all the different areas of the school, if they have an exclamation mark here, you can find which different character wants to talk to you, and you can do this to progress their side quests or to get new things. For example, if we go to the biology lab quickly to see Jacques, he will actually give you rewards as you unlock more Pokemon for your Pokedex. So as you get higher levels of your Pokedex, right now he wants me to get 400 Pokemon registered in the Pokedex, but he will give you rewards for, I think it's somewhere under 100, then it's 100, then 200, and then 400. And I'm hoping the reward is going to be quite cool. So do remember to check back in on that to claim your rewards over there. Alternatively, you also have Pokedex rewards. When you press the minus button and you open up your Pokedex, you can actually go ahead into your Pokedex, and you'll see here at the bottom left of the screen, very sneakily hidden there, is a little bit of a trophy. And when you press X, you can claim rewards for catching 10 Pokemon at a time. So as you unlock 10 volumes in your Pokedex, you'll be able to claim new rewards here. Now you can see here, 250 volumes, we achieved 3 star pieces, and I believe those sell 6,000 money each. So that is 18,000 Pokedollars into my bank account right there, which is fantastic. We get a friend ball over here. The next one is going to be once we have caught 270 Pokemon. So do this to claim rewards as you catch Pokemon and fill out your Pokedex. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet can be a very interesting experience because the world is open world and you can do anything in any order you want, which often means that you might stumble into things that are way too difficult for your level, and you might come across things that are like, you know, too easy because you've done all the hard stuff first and you've left all the easy stuff behind. So there is sort of an order that you can do things in the game from easiest difficulty to hardest difficulty, and I've already made a video for this on like which path to do. Basically, if you want to play the game from the gyms and the titans and the crew bases in order of lowest difficulty to highest, and you can see that video on the screen right now. It's also in the description for you to click on to find what order is best to play the game in if you're just looking to play from easiest difficulty to hardest difficulty, so you don't like steamroll something or you don't feel too weak for something else and get stuck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.